Under a canopy of iconic pink blooms, the runner's rite of spring tradition continues to grow, as this year marked the 53rd running of the Credit Union Cherry Blossom 10-mile run and 5K weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, nearly 20,000 runners took to the streets of the nation's capital.
Cherry Blossom Day 1!
First up on Saturday was the 5K run, which saw nearly 7,000 runners answer the runner's starting call.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we're underway. This is the Credit Union Cherry Blossom 5K, presented by ASIC.
For many, running the double blossom combo of the 5K and 10-mile races is their kickoff to the spring running schedule, with over 2,300 individuals going for both.
Now, if you look off your right shoulder, you'll see your race director, Phil Stewart. Give him a wave. Give him a smile. This is all part of the Credit Union Cherry Blossom 5K. The weekend has officially begun.
Some families even make it a triple play, as the kids from 4 and up also compete in the festive kids races.
Stumpy's ready too.
They're off!
Congratulations, this is our first heat police escort and all. This is our 4-year-old.
A lot of championships efforts from the kids. But this race is about more than just a finish line. It's about a mission. Leaders including Credit Union Association President and CEO John Bratsakis presented a check for over $506,000 to Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Through this year's fundraising, we were able to raise $506,230.
As Bratsakis noted, this popular run is a unique opportunity to make a difference for children in care, while showcasing the incredible work credit unions do for their members and communities every day.
A few years ago, I was a patient of Children's National Hospital. I had to be very brave while I was getting treatment, and the doctors and nurses there helped me get stronger every single day. And now I get to be here cheering you on.
The spirit of service was fueled by over 400 credit union employee volunteers and key sponsors. The race weekend continued on Sunday with an early morning rise and shine.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 53rd running of the Credit Union Cherry Blossom 10 Mile on a gorgeous morning here on Sunday.
Close to 20,000 participants made the trek to the Washington Monument and the start, which is now called the Phil Stewart starting line.
All of our participants and their friends and family members here on the streets of downtown Washington, D.C. This year, we are proudly hosting the USA Track and Field National 10-Mile Championships for men and women.
The 2026 Women's Elite Field was one of the deepest in the history of the Cherry Blossom 10 Mile, featuring a high-stakes showdown between established marathon stars and rising track specialists. Ethiopia's Asayech Ayichu paced off a first mile in 5:10 and stayed close to that until the fourth mile, where she dropped a 5:05. The field stayed compact through the first 5 miles, with Ayichu setting a steady rhythm. This morning, 20,000 participants stood shoulder to shoulder, a sea of vibrant colors ready to celebrate the runner's rite of spring. There is no sight in American distance running quite like the mass start at the Washington Monument.
Athletes, ready.
As the starting horn echoed across the National Mall, it marked the end of a road racing era. Since Phil Stewart took the helm in 1991, this race has transformed from a local favorite into a world-class major event. Under Phil's leadership, the field has nearly tripled in size, evolving into a bucket list event for many elites and hobbyists alike. The energy today was electric. After a long winter, the crowds were visibly thrilled to get out onto the road, lining the course 5 deep in places, their cheers bouncing off the monuments.
Let's go, let's go! Woo! Daniel, yes, let's go, let's go!
While the mass of 20,000 runners followed behind, the elite men's field began a high-stakes tactical battle at the front. The field was crowded and cautious. Despite the world-class talent, no one wanted to be the lead rabbit. The leaders crossed the first marker in a tight cluster. The pace was conversational as runners sized each other up. Graydon Morris and a contingent of international elites sat comfortably in the slipstream of the lead pacers. As they crossed the 5K in 14:38, a massive pack of 25 runners remained together, signaling that this would be a race decided in the final miles, if not meters. The women's race didn't truly reveal its winner until the final climb. A blistering 4:56 sixth mile led by the Ethiopian Ayachu brought the leaders to the 10K mark in 31:57. The American, Grace Hurley, bravely took the lead during miles 7 and 8, forcing the international stars to respond to her terms. With a little more than 800 meters to go, Ayachu surged back into the lead, using a gear found only by world-class track specialists. In the final 400 meters, the sprint was on, while Ayachu used her track speed to secure the overall win in 50:37. Hurley faltered a bit but recovered and held on to a definitive third place overall, crossing the line in 50:42. Emma Grace Hurley officially captured the USATF 10-mile national title, marking a career-defining victory on the streets of DC. In the men's pro race, the large pact was broken at mile 8.5, when local favorite Graydon Morris dropped a scorching 4:25 split for mile 9. Leaving only Morocco's Mohamed El Yousfi on his heels. In a heart-stopping finish, Mohamed El Yousfi managed to claw past Morris in the final 50 meters to win the overall title by just 1 second. While the elites are playing a game of seconds at the front, the real soul of this race lies behind them, as the runner's rite of spring is in full bloom along the banks of the Potomac. It's a stream of personal goals, charity singlets, and collective joy. The Potomac shoreline is officially awake, with runners and rowers from the Potomac Boat Club as the Arlington Memorial Bridge stands in the background. 2 different worlds, one shared Sunday morning ritual. From 20,000 runners to a 1-second finish. The 2026 Credit Union Cherry Blossom 10-mile run proved once again why it is one of the crown jewels of the nation's road racing scene. The race was the final event directed by Phil Stewart after 35 years of service as race director.
Well, I couldn't have a more beautiful day for my last one as the event director. And it is with some nostalgia, but also a sense of pride, because under my leadership, the committee has built a reputation of this race, considered one of the finest road races in the country. It just doesn't get any better than that.
The Phil Stewart era of the Cherry Blossom 10-mile race will be remembered for many things. 17 world best and American record performances, and an incredible scaling of an event that added more than 17,000 total finishers in 2026, compared to 3,327 finishers in 1991. This year saw a record number of runners and one of the highest charitable yields in the race's history. 20,000 runners, $12 million raised, and one incredible legacy. Phil Stewart, thank you for 35 years of the Runner's Rite of Spring.